educator with Greensboro Fire Department. How many of you have ever seen a firefighter dressed like I'm dressed right now? Just in our t-shirt and our pants, our work pants. So a couple of you. But when we swap and you go out to the truck, you're going to get to see 4 more people dressed just like me, okay? This is just kind of how we dress when we're just here to work. There's no fire going on. We're just kind of at the station or out here playing with you guys. This is the way we're dressed, okay? But when we have a fire and we have to put on our other gear to protect us, there's another way that we look. How many of you have seen a firefighter wearing all this gear up here that you see? A few of you? So it could have been a really good day because you were doing something with someone like me that taught you about the gear, or it might be a bad day when there was a fire somewhere and you got to see them working in their gear, right? So I hope it was learning about firefighters. So we're going to learn about this gear today and learn how firefighters are your friends, okay? Now, a couple of things. First, I want to find out how many of you have a toy called a transformer? Do you have a transformer? Yeah. All right, so my favorite is Bumblebee. Who's got Bumblebee? Me! Oh, I love Bumblebee because Bumblebee has my colors. You got Bumblebee too?
No, I don't have Bumblebee. I have the green one.
You got the green one. Which one is that? I don't know about the green one. What about Optimus Prime?
Yeah.
You got Optimus Prime, right? So that's what we're doing. All right, so you guys know what a transformer is, right? So it's one thing, like maybe a car or a motorcycle, something cool, and then you twist it around and it changes into something else cool. Like maybe Bumblebee goes from what? Being a car
He uses his supervisor.
What does he turn into?
A bug. He can turn into anything he sees.
But what about a robot? When you buy him, isn't he a robot? So he goes from being a car to a robot, and then you change him back from a robot to a car. Some things might be a motorcycle and turn into a truck or whatever, right? So today I'm going to be a transformer. Do you think I can do it? I think I can do it because you guys are going to help me, okay? Right now I'm just plain old D. Nothing special, I'm just plain old D. But in a few minutes, when you guys help me with this, we're going to transform me into Firefighter D. Can we do it? And I know you're thinking, well, I don't know, because I don't know what this stuff is. And that's okay. We're going to talk about it and learn a little bit about it first, okay? But I bet you guys have a lot of this stuff at home. What do you think?
My dad does.
Is your dad a firefighter? Awesome. Who's your dad?
Jeff.
Jeff. Jeff what? What's your last name?
I have Tilly.
Tilly? Okay, so your dad's a firefighter. So you kind of guide this group because they're going to need to know, okay?
I can dress.
All right, so listen up. So we're going to talk about this gear, but I bet you do have some of this stuff at home. You just don't realize it.
That knows me and we're best friends. So
Awesome. I'm your new best friend, right? Okay, good deal. All right, so let's talk about this gear. I bet you guys have this stuff at home. What are these?
Gloves.
Gloves. Do you guys have gloves?
Yes.
You do?
I have gardening gloves and winter gloves.
You've got gardening gloves too?
Oh,
Not many kids have those. What about gloves for the winter? Do you wear them when it snows?
Yes.
All right, so you guys have gloves, so that was nothing special. Okay. Well, what about this? What is this?
A helmet.
A helmet, or even a form of a hat, right? Do you guys have hats?
Yes.
Well, what about helmets? Nobody here has a helmet, right? Exactly. You do have a helmet because you have to have it to ride your bike, right? So you guys have a helmet. Okay, it just looks different. It still protects your head, right?
Yeah.
So that was nothing special. What about this? What are these?
Boots.
Boots or shoes? You guys have those?
Yes, I do.
What's this stacked around my boots? What are these?
Deer.
What is that? My pants maybe?
Yeah.
Pants, okay. Do you guys have pants?
Yes.
Wow, okay. Well, all right. Well, what about this? You don't have one of these. What is
I
this?
do.
What is it?
A
A
jacket.
jacket or a coat? Do you guys have that?
Yeah.
You got coats and jackets too? I just cannot impress you today, can I? You guys have all this stuff, right? It's just made a little different. But I bet there's a couple of things you may or may not have. What's this?
A smoke detector so you can breathe.
No, a smoke detector is this thing right here. We're going to talk about that today, okay? This is a mask, an air mask. mask, and we're going to talk about this. The other thing you might not have is this thing. Now it's a little bit. Oh, who said an air tank? Good job. Yeah. So it's got these straps so we can wear it on our back. Kind of looks like a backpack, right? But we put an air bottle on it. So what do you think we call it? An air pack, right? So that's one of the names we call it. For today, it's going to be an air pack, okay? Now, if I'm going to go into a burning building, I need to breathe fresh air, right?
Yeah.
So with this mask, there's some special things going on with it, okay? So keep in mind, I got to breathe fresh air, but I also need to see where I'm going, right? So how many of you celebrate Halloween? How many of you have ever been to a costume party where you're dressing up like someone you're not, right? We're pretending to be. So maybe you decide, well, I think I want to be a princess. Or maybe you want to be Spider-Man or Batman, right? So you dress up like that character. But with this mask, with your mask, it covers your whole face and all we can see are your eyeballs, right? But with this one, we can still see our whole face pretty much. But we can also see to right, to left, we can see all the way around. And you can see us in here so that we know who we're talking to, right, when we're talking. So that's how we can see through this, but it protects our face, okay? Keeps the heat out. This piece today we're not going to play with. It's called a microphone. So when things are really loud, we can talk to each other and still hear each other. But sometimes in a really echoing room, it won't do right. So we're not going to play with that today, but we do have it. And then, what do you think this hole's for?
The LG can breathe.
So I can breathe. But wait a minute, I'm going to go into a smoky building.
It goes to the
that's on
air tank.
fire. It goes to the air tank, right? So I got to do something so I'm not breathing smoke. So I would turn on this. What was this?
Air tank.
Air tank. I have plugged this into my face mask, and then when I turn it on, the air comes from the bottle through the hose to my big word. Are you ready? Remember this word? Regulator. Can you guys say that?
Regulator.
The last group did great. You guys are too. So it goes through the hose and the regulator into my face mask, and I'm breathing clean air. Isn't that cool? So we're going to get into that, okay? All right, so before we get started, you got to remember, you're going to help me, okay? So you guys look at all this gear and think about what you think I'm going to put on first, okay? All right, so I'm getting ready to transform into Firefighter D. Let me take a sip of water because my throat's getting dry. All right, what do you think I'm going to put on first? My boots. My man said boots. He is correct. Are you ready? All right, here we go.
Take off the shoes.
What?
Your shoes.
I gotta take my shoes off?
Yeah.
Like these shoes, I gotta take them off?
Yeah.
Oh boy. You guys just remember, when you smell it, they ask for it, okay? Oh boy, what a smell. Woo! Who dropped the 2-day-old pickle in the trash? Ooh, I'm only kidding. Do you smell it? You guys are not laughing at it at all. All the rest of them are like, pew,
I
pew.
was going to laugh too.
But you were not wanting to hurt my feelings, right? All right, so here we go. So we're going to put our feet in the boots. Now, if you see my pants, this is called stacked, okay? They're stacked around my boots. Remember that word. Why do you think we stack our pants around our boots? Made it quicker, right? So I didn't have to put on my pants, then put on my boots. I did it all at one time, right? All right. So another reason is because you guys do this at home. Mom, where's my boots? Mom, where's my pants? Y'all do that at home, don't you? Uh-huh.
No.
See, Mom don't work at the fire station. You got to know where they are. So you might find them sitting like that stacked, either by the bed or by the truck, okay? What do you think I'm going to put on next?
The jacket.
The coat or the jacket? Good job. You are correct. Are you ready? Here we go. And when I put this on, now I'm going to be Firefighter D. Woo! All right. Am I ready?
No, it's backwards.
It's backwards. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. Wait. Here we go. All right. Whoa, whoa. No. Okay. Now I'm ready, right?
No.
Still not.
It's upside down.
Oh, all right, one more time. All right, did we get it?
Yeah.
Is this right? Now what have I got to do? I got to zip it up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a question.
You're
When
gonna
you-
be sweating.
When you guys put on a coat, why do you put on a coat?
So it doesn't rain.
Well, it's still going to rain. But what about, okay, so it's going to protect you from the rain? Or in the winter time, what does it protect you from?
Cold.
The cold. It keeps you warm, right? Now, wait a minute. This coat's going to keep me warm, right? And I'm going to wear it in a fire. Is fire hot or cold?
Hot.
It's hot. So why am I going to wear a coat that keeps me warm into a hot fire?
It keeps you cold.
It keeps me cooler, right? Even though I'm hot in here, it's still cooler in here than it is out in the fire. So it protects my body from the really hot heat, okay?
Okay.
All right, so what are we going to put on next?
Gloves.
Nah, the gloves are kind of at the end. They're,
Air mask.
ooh, well, no, not the mask, but you're getting
Helmet. Air tank. Air tank.
Air tank, yay, I got some smart kids. I don't know how you guessed that, but yes, it's the air tank, right?
I guessed it.
You guessed it and you guessed it. Good job. All right, so wait a minute. Now listen up. Before we turn this on, I want you to know it's going to make some sounds, okay? They're not really loud, but I like for you to know it's going to make that sound, okay? Because I don't want it to startle you. I want you to expect it, okay? So when I turn on this bottle, you're going to hear some air move through this part. What was this? Regulator. Can you say it?
Regulator.
Learning big words. That's what I'm talking about. So it's going to move through here, and you're going to hear it, okay? And then you're going to hear some beeps from the air pack, okay? Are we ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, excuse me. Listen, what's that? The beeping, right? So the beeping tells me that it's on and it's ready to work. And then this regulator just made a sound that kind of sounded like a poop. All that is the air moving through the hose, getting it ready for me to breathe the air. Okay? All right. So now I got to put this thing on. What is that sound? Oh my goodness. Well, that is a special sound, and we're going to talk about that sound here in a little bit. So when I get really still, it's going to make that sound. But right now, we're going to buckle this thing on, get it tightened. This looks like a seatbelt, an old one, huh? Then we're going to tighten it down. Okay. Now that sound that you heard in the back, that beep, 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 it's a very special sound. If I go into a burning building and I fall down and I can't get back up, that sound gets louder and louder, so that out at the truck they hear it and they go, oh no, Dee fell down and we need to go help her. It's only one way to make it be quiet, though. It's going to get louder if we don't do it. What do? Firefighter boogie. Can you do the firefighter boogie? Can you do it? You're going to have to, because if you don't do the firefighter boogie, that thing's going to get really loud. Are you going to do it the next time you're here? You going to do it? Now, not only do you guys have to do it, see all of those folks sitting back there in the green shirts? Your camp leaders, they got to do it too. Now, what about these folks sitting back here in police uniforms and firefighter uniforms? Do they have to do it? Tell them to get up. Let's make it be quiet. Say, get up and do it. It's going to get louder. Firefighter boogie. We have some people not doing it. We have people not doing it. Right? So y'all be ready. Next time you hear that, you got to do it. Okay? All right. This is my boss, Hunter. Can you say hi, firefighter Hunter?
Y'all having fun?
Yeah.
Good.
He's also a new chief. Yay. Yay. All right. So next time we hear that, what are we doing? Firefighter boogie. Okay. So for now, you can sit down, and when that does it, we're going to do it again. Okay? All right. So am I a firefighter yet? you gotta do something really important. You gotta look in here for my eyeballs. Not my eyelids, not these things, but my eyeballs. Okay? Can you find my eyeballs?
Yeah.
Alright, so here we go. We're gonna put it on, okay? Alright, here we go. Oh, you guys are doing much better than the other groups. The other groups are already saying, I see them. Well, no, you don't.
Wow.
What's that?
I see eyeballs.
You see my eyeballs? Can you see my eyeballs?
Yes.
So what does this tell you? When you see my eyeballs, it tells you that D is still in here, right? I'm still in here, right? See him? Awesome. Okay. All right, am I a firefighter now?
Yeah. No.
What I gotta do now?
Helmet.
Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm just sure to be a firefighter this time, right? Oh, yeah.
No. You have to
Still not? What are you saying?
No.
So I gotta do this thing? She's right. I can't go into a burning building without, what's that sound? What are we doing? What's that sound? Everybody get in! Firefighters, Good job. Okay, have a seat.
You didn't jump rope?
Okay. So now I gotta hook, what is this? A regulator. I gotta hook it in here, okay? Are we ready? You gotta be really quiet because when I hook this in, you guys will get to hear me take my very first breath of air from the bottle. Are you ready? All right, listen up. Here we go. Woo! Firefighter boogie. All right, here we go. You ready? That's pretty good. Did you hear it? Oh, nice fresh bottled air, right? Woohoo! All right, so now I'm a firefighter, right? Okay, now pay attention, okay? Because I'm going to put these gloves on. When I put on the final glove, music will play, lights will glow. I am now becoming your friend, the firefighter, and every police officer will wish they could be me, right? You ready? Okay, so no music, no lights, but am I a firefighter now? Woohoo! Good job, you guys did it. You transformed me into a firefighter, right? Now, who wants to visit with me? I will step out here. You can come up. You can touch my gear. But I got one rule, okay? Are you listening? Don't hit my helmet. Don't hit my mask. Because my hand is in here and that hurts. Okay? You ready? What are we doing? What are we doing? Just don't hit it really hard, okay? You can touch it. Oh, what's that? All right, guys, come visit.
What's that red button?
Oh, it's you tell me which button?
That red one.
Oh, here it turns it off. We don't want to do that, right? Because we got to move it. This tells the gauge that tells me the pressure of my air in the bottle. I also have a piece that y'all can't see that's light blinking in here that tells me how much air I have. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Good job. and you can't get out the way you normally go out, and you're forced to have to
Go
shut
out the
your
window.
door, you're forced to have to shut your window and possibly look at going out the window. If you are upstairs and you can't get out your window, keep your bedroom door shut. But if a firefighter comes knocking, all those sounds that you heard today, everything you felt when you visited with me, everything you saw, if you see that mask with those eyeballs, that is your friend the firefighter. You go to that friend, right? Because they're there to get you. You say, I'm right here, get me. And they take you out and take you to mom and dad. If you reach out and it's dark in your room, don't hide under the bed. Don't hide in the closet. We can't find you there. Be out. And when you reach out and feel our hands and those sleeves like you felt today, that's your friend the firefighter. You go to it. When you hear that breathing sound that you heard, or you hear those beeps from that air pack, when you hear those sounds, that's your friend the firefighter. You go to those sounds, right? Never hide. If you hide, we can't get you out, okay? Always go to your friend the firefighter, okay? All right, so let's talk about what this is. Does anybody have one of these? If you do, raise your hand. What is it?
A smoke detector.
A smoke alarm, right? So some of you have them on the wall, but most of you have them on the ceiling, right? What kind of, now listen to what I'm asking. Only if you know the answer, only raise your hand. Don't make the sound, but raise your hand if you know what sound the smoke alarm makes. Only raise your hand. All right, if you know the sound, I want you to tell me the sound that it makes. Everybody be quiet.
Beep, 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 beep.
Nice. He got it right.
Beep, beep.
Our last class also did CO alarm. I was so impressed. So we talked about that. But you're right, your smoke alarm gives you 3 beeps and a pause, okay? What do we do when the smoke alarm goes off? We start trying to get out, right? We get out, we go outside to our safe meeting place, somewhere outside. Maybe it's the mailbox out at the street. Maybe it's a gate door to your fence. Maybe there's a big tree. Maybe it's your neighbor's door, right? But everybody gets out and goes to that place. And what do we do when we get there? What number do we? 911. Awesome. Good job. All right, so let's listen to the smoke alarm. I'm going to cover it so it's not so loud. And then I'll uncover it for a second and cover it back up. Are you ready? Here we go. 1 beep, and that's going to be 3. You ready? Here it goes. Now I'm going to uncover it. Are you ready? Pretty loud, huh? That's the way your alarm should sound. You guys can test your alarm by pushing that button. When you go home, you tell mom and dad that you are now a junior firefighter and you are in charge of testing your smoke alarms. Okay? And tell them you want to test them to make sure they work, okay? So now that we've done all this, thank you guys for letting me share with you your friend the firefighter.